This week's NATO summit was supposed to be President Biden's celebration on the world stage. It was overshadowed, though, by his political crisis, as all the talk among world leaders was about whether the president would even be the Democratic candidate by the time of the convention. As NATO's Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg completed a consequential decades-long tenure as leader of the alliance, I talked to him last night about that and about the summit's big achievements. For the first time, calling out China as a decisive enabler of Vladimir Putin's war machine and setting a pathway, an irreversible pathway, for Ukraine's membership in NATO. How can you assure that this will happen for Ukraine, NATO membership, given some of the members, including Hungary and potentially Donald Trump, might not agree?
The language in the statement about irreversible path towards membership is important for Ukraine. But the reality is that more important is what we do, the actions. So action speaks louder than words. And we have taken many important actions, delivering more weapons, more air defense, more ammunition to Ukraine. We are setting up a NATO command for Ukraine, and we are setting up a new training and evaluation center in Poland. These are concrete things which will help Ukraine to prevail as a sovereign, independent nation, and that's the only way for Ukraine to become a member. That's that Putin doesn't win, but Ukraine prevails.
What right does Russia have to move aggressively against this new structure for Ukraine?
So Russia has no right whatsoever to react against NATO allies providing support to Ukraine. We are not party to the conflict. We don't have troops in Ukraine. But what we are doing is that we are helping Ukraine to uphold the right for self-defense. Russia has violated international law. They have attacked another country, Ukraine. And according to international law and basic, ethics standards, you have the right to defend yourself when you are attacked. And Ukraine is attacked. And they are defending themselves, and we are helping them to uphold that right.
What can NATO do to prevent China from continuing to support Vladimir Putin?
China is a decisive enabler of Russia's illegal war against Ukraine because China is propping up the Russian war economy. They are delivering almost all the microelectronics, the microprocessors, the dual-use equipment, which enables Russia to build the weapons, the missiles, the planes which Russia is using to attack Ukrainians. And we also state in this declaration that this will impact China's interest and reputation.
Is it just words? Do you think member nations should have sanctions against China for the support to Vladimir Putin?
Well, also declarations, words matters because they set an agenda, they define a policy. Then, of course, it's up to allies to implement sanctions and economic measures. But we have now a clear, unified message, and that's a clear message to Beijing, China.
What concerns are you hearing? We're certainly hearing from NATO allies that they are very concerned about Donald Trump's presidency.
Well, NATO is an alliance of 32 democracies, and you don't have guarantees, and we are different. We are from different countries, with different political parties in government, but NATO has proven extremely resilient to political changing winds across the alliance for decades, for 75 years. And I expect that the United States will remain a strong NATO ally also in the future, because it is in the security interest of the United States to have a strong NATO.
You've known President Biden for many years. How would you assess his ability to perform and contribute to the summit?
As I worked with President Biden also when he was vice president, we have had very good meetings now here in Washington. We have made important decisions on deterrence and defense, on Ukraine, on stepping up our support and partnership with the Asia-Pacific partners. But I will not go into a domestic debate, which is now going on in the United States.
How did you feel when you got the Medal of Freedom?
That was a great honor, and I felt very, I felt it very strongly that this was a touching moment, and I was very surprised because I was not aware that this was going to happen. But
They managed to surprise you?
they managed to surprise me. The US is very good at keeping secrets. So that's a moment I will remember for the rest of my life.
Finally, do you have any more appreciation for American baseball after throwing out that first pitch?
Yeah, very much so, because I've never had any relationship to American baseball before. I never touched the baseball before I actually started to exercise a bit before that first pitch. And
You practiced?
I practiced because I realized that this was different than anything I'd done before. So I did some practice. I feel that I still have a very long way to go to really become a baseball player, but it was a great thing to do.
Well, congratulations, Mr. Secretary General.
Thank you so much.
Hey there, MSNBC fans. I'm Luke Russert, and be sure to join me, Rachel Maddow, Jen Psaki, Lawrence O'Donnell, Steve Kornacki, Joy Reid, and many more September 7th in Brooklyn. MSNBC Live Democracy 2024. Click on the link for ticket information. We will see you there.